back to my channel. So today I'm talking all about my BBL. I have already filmed a whole vlog and everything about it, but I have so many questions that I know I missed out in that video because that video was so long, god damn it. So today I thought I'll sit down and film a Q&A. So if you guys want to hear what my answers are to your questions, please keep watching. Okay, so let's go through the comments. I literally have about 420 comments. My god, it's only been up for 51 minutes. Please forgive my hair. It looks like a big pile of shit right now. You know how we do on this channel. We are ratchet up in here. My first question is from Lily, and she asked me, how long did I take to recover? I would probably say I fully recovered at around 6 weeks. That's when I started to kind of go back to my normal kind of lifestyle and I actually like lay down my back and stuff like that. I'll probably say from about 2 weeks you can start walking around and going outside, but I would say 6 weeks is when I felt like I'm like kind of healed now. Like when I ran, it wasn't as painful anymore. Like I definitely felt like before 6 weeks when I ran and stuff like that, my bum kind of went up and down. It was a bit painful, but now it's not painful really at all. So next question is from Dom_ski, and he asked me, did I feel any pain during the process? So when you get your surgery, you're literally like knocked out. You are like sleeping, and then next thing you wake up and you're like, oh. Actually, I remember I wake up and I felt really cold. There was literally like no pain during the actual procedure. I literally didn't know what was happening. I just woke up like literally 10 minutes later. The procedure was done. Obviously, I was in the surgery room for about 2 hours, but to you, it feels like 10 minutes. And I would probably say throughout the whole procedure, I didn't feel like pain. I wasn't in like any agony or anything like that. It was something that I would definitely do again. It wasn't like very painful to me. I don't know, maybe I got like a high pain tolerance because another girl that also had the surgery said that it was worse than childbirth, and I'm like, really? It was not worse than childbirth, girl. And I haven't gave birth, so I wouldn't know. The only thing that is like painful is when you get your massages after. Bitch, that is fucking painful. But that is something that is, you don't necessarily have to get massages. If you want the best results, and then I advise to get massages. But the massages were really painful. I remember that. And also, it's just very uncomfortable lying on your front for like 6 weeks, you know? Like even now, I'm only just getting back to laying back on my back. Luna.psc asked, am I 100% happy with it? And she asked literally like 10,000 questions. So I am definitely happy with it. I will literally do it again in a heartbeat, like I was telling you guys. I am really happy with it. I do wish that I had more put in. He literally took out everything that I had. So he took out like 3.5 litres from me and he put it all back in. I wish I had a bit more fat to take. Something that I wish I would have done is get my arms done. The doctor said my arms wasn't that bad and there's not that much fat to take out, but I wish he would have taken it out so that it fits my body a bit more. But I am really happy with it, but I feel like I would go for a second round to get the results that I really want. I feel like at the moment I like it, but it's a bit too natural. I want it to look like a Coca-Cola bottle. I want to look like a Fashion Nova model. I literally want to have that really small waist and a big fat ass and hip. But yeah, I am really happy with it. Like there's only so much you can do in the first round, and I also feel like the second round is when you get that music video ass, you know? Lauren Olivia Beauty asked, where did they take fat from? They took fat from my belly, back, upper back, thighs, and underneath my chin. I had a lot of fat to take out, guys. 3.5 litres, you know? _BB Jan asked, what is the hardest bit about the procedure? The hardest bit 100% is laying on your front. I actually thought that I would not mind as much laying on my front because I always sleep on my front before the surgery anyways, but I definitely was a side sleeper. I'll sleep on my front and end up on my side. But I remember just looking at Graham thinking like, I wish I could just be you and just sit down. Like just staring at his ass like, that looks so comfy on the seat, girl. And really just having to stand up like freaking my feet would hurt. Also something that was very annoying is that my legs and my feet and my ankles were swollen and like achy and stuff like that, but all you could do is lay on your front, but then my back would hurt. That was probably like the most annoying and uncomfortable thing about the whole procedure. And then also like when your skin starts to reattach to its muscle and stuff like that, your skin gets so itchy. I can't even tell you how itchy. Like even now, every morning when I wake up, I'm like, but that's good. It means that your skin is healing, basically. Lauren Olivia Beauty asked, did I have massages after to get the fluid drained? So this is something that I actually regret not doing after my surgery. Me and my sister called up this place Groupon and they told us to wait 4 weeks post-surgery. But I actually regret doing that so much. I wish I would have started going to my massages straight after my BBL. If you ever look at BBL surgeries online or in America or in any other country, they say the massages is probably just as important as the liposuction and stuff like that, because that's like your aftercare, right? So in Colombia, they do the massages literally like the next day after you had your surgery, and that's when all your wounds are still open. They can push out all the fluid. Once all the incisions are closed up, the only way to get it out is you piss it out, and that would be like so long. We have to drink so much water quarter. By the time I started to get massages, was 4 weeks on, and literally it was like so annoying because I started to get a lot of hardness, and it's something called fibrosis. The fluid inside your skin starts to harden, and eventually it will go away if you just keep massaging it. But the best time to do it is before the fibrosis starts. While it's still liquid, you kind of flush it out. A lot of people that get liposuction and they don't get massaging, that's when they get like bumps underneath the skin, and it kind of looks like cellulite a little bit. It looks like quite bumpy on the skin. But I started to get massages. I had 10 massages from @beauty on Instagram. I'll leave the link down below. And I also had one lymphatic drainage massage at London Bridge Plastic Surgery, I think. I'll leave all the links down below, but I done a very light massage in the London Bridge clinic. And then Momo's Beauty, she's a Colombian lady. Her and her daughter have had BBLs before, and it's literally just in her flat in her house, and it's like £50 a massage, and they recommend to book 10, and they recommend to go straight after surgery for any massages. So the sooner you get the massages, the better, guys. That's something I regret not doing. Something also I would definitely recommend is to get yourself a really good Faja. If you go with Elite Cosmetics, which is where I went, they provide you 2 garments and also 2 waist trainers. After even speaking to the owner of Elite and stuff like that, she told me it's best to get like a Colombian garment. Like, these are really expensive, which is why they can't just offer it out to everyone. But if you are serious about getting good results, then you definitely need to get a good Faja. So I'll show you the one that I'm wearing right now. This is the Faja. I'm going to see if I can leave a link down below, but it's from this brand called Faja dprada, and my sister also found this brand on eBay as well. So this is the new Faja that I brought. I actually bought this from my Colombian lady because she had some friends that was coming back from Colombia, but this is like the best seller in Colombia, and my sister actually found it on eBay, so I'll see if I can leave the link to this down below. So you want something that's really strong, and this is in a size extra small. Guys, when I first got this Faja, I was like, no way can I fit that. My fat ass managed to squeeze in it, and that's actually what you want. You want to be able to really struggle to fit into it. If you put it on really easy, that means that the Faja is too easy for you. It needs to be almost like you can't breathe, basically. You need to be like struggling to fit in it, and then zip it out, and then afterwards it'll slowly start to expand. But this Faja is really strong, guys. You'll probably break all your nails before you rip this fabric because it's so tight. So it comes with like a zip like this, and it's got like little buttons here. This one is also really good for your boobs, but you can buy one that's underneath here and you can wear your own bra. This one I really like because the fabric of this is not tight whatsoever. It doesn't dig into your armpits here. The Faja that I got from Elite Cosmetics, it kind of kept digging into my armpit, and it was really painful. So this one that I got was like £100. It just feels like you're wearing a top, basically. And then it's also got a bra, because before I had to put on like a bra and a top and stuff like that. It was so long. You guys can see here from the bum, it's got like a soft bit here, so that basically your bum can breathe, but the rest of it is really tight. And then it's also got underneath here stitching, so that it basically lifts your bum up and nice and tight and hoisted. Okay, Maria_Mohammed asked, why did I decide to get the procedure? I decided to get the procedure because it was something that I've always been very insecure in, not having hips. There's so many times that I wear jeans and I'm literally like, oh my god, I look like SpongeBob SquarePants. There's literally like no shape whatsoever. There's no hip. Even if I went to the gym, I would not be able to create the hips that I want. Even now after surgery, I wish I could even have more hips. I love my waist, but I feel like my hips could be a bit wider. I just knew that my body would look so much better, especially because I'm doing like outfit photos and I go to a lot of appearances and just want to feel great in my body. I just want to be able to wear whatever I want, go online shopping, pick up whatever I want, and I felt like I couldn't do that with my body before. So yeah, that's why I had the surgery and I love it. W_Galaxy asked, how much did the whole procedure cost? So the procedure was £5,000, and that includes your medicine, your 2 Faja, your surgery, your food, your accommodation. You can bring a +1 as well. All you have to do is just pay £5,000 for the whole thing, and they'll pick you up from the airport and everything, and then you just have to pay for your flight to get there. So from London, I paid about £200 for my flight to Izmir, Turkey, but you can even get them for like £100 depending on what season you go in. Inside the actual Elite Villa, they have a cook there, they have nurses there, they cook food, breakfast, lunch and dinner. And if you don't like the food, like me, I'm quite picky with food, so some stuff like was with loads of cheese and beef and stuff like that, which I don't eat, so I just ordered outside and they paid for it all as well. So if I want to get like a burger or something, they can also order it. So I bought my sister the BBL pillow that Elite provided, and then I also had my own BBL pillow that I got from Booty Buddy, and I would say out of the two I prefer the Booty Buddy personally because I feel like it doesn't sink down as much. It was really good because it has a handle so you can carry it around with you as well, whereas the Elite one doesn't doesn't have a handle, you have to put in a bag every time you go out. Also, I have to mention that there's 2 procedures you can get, which is the standard BBL, which is 4,000, which is just where they lipo your belly and your back, and then the unlimited liposuction is you can get from your thighs, your arms, your neck, anywhere like that. I had the full BBL package, which is 5,000, but if you just want to do your belly and your back area, that is £4,000. So yeah, it just depends on what you want to get done. And also the maximum fat that you can take is 6 litres. Sometimes he does go over, like for my sister, he took out 8 litres from her, which is like his record he was saying. I would definitely recommend, like, if you are a bit bigger, like my sister regrets not working out and stuff before because she could have got a better result. If I was her, and if I would recommend anything to you guys, if you are a bit bigger and you feel that you have more than 6 litres of fat to take, I would recommend to start working out before, trying to lose as much fat as you can, and then you can get really good results after your surgery. Okay, so this is quite a good question. Kazella.gif asked, on a scale of 1 to 10, how painful was it compared to my other surgeries, and can you choose the areas where you want to transfer to, and if you don't want it too big, can you throw away the fat? Yes, of course. Like, you don't have to put it all in. If you want like a really natural result, they can literally just put it in just to fill it out and stuff. I think sometimes when you go on Elite's page, their results are so like, whoa, like massive results, but I think that's just to show like what they can do. But if you want a really natural result, you can literally just tell the doctor and he will just like do whatever you want. He's not going to do anything crazy or anything like that, but he will recommend what he thinks will look nice on your body shape. So my sister had a lot of fat taken out of her, but she can only put in 3 litres of fat in her bum because her skin wouldn't stretch that much. So if you literally have a flat ass, like long ass day ass, you won't be able to go really big because your skin can't stretch that much. So you probably need to go for a second round. Yeah, it honestly just depends on your skin as well, because some people think that they can go from like no ass to a massive ass. You can't, guys. You need like a couple of sessions so that your skin will stretch over time. On a scale of 1 to 10, how painful was it? I would probably say it was about like a 6 out of 10. It wasn't like really painful, it was just uncomfortable, and it was a very long downtime. That's probably like the worst bit about it. The downtime's the worst. It's quite long. It's like 6 to 8 weeks. My other surgeries, I don't think was painful at all. I will do the surgeries both over again in a heartbeat because I love the results of both of them. But I'll probably say this surgery was worse than my facial surgery. If you guys don't know, I've had my eyes, my nose, my chin, everything done, and there's like another video on my channel about that. The question I'm getting a lot of times is, does it hurt? Does it hurt? Does it hurt? For me personally, I don't think it hurt. Me and my sister had the same procedure, and we'd probably say it wasn't painful. It was just really uncomfortable. I do know other people that had the surgery and they said they wouldn't do it again, even though they love the results. I think it's because me and my sister don't take pain medicine that much. Like, I never really take like paracetamol or Nurofen or anything like that. So when I do eventually need to take that kind of like pill, it really does work for me. But I know people that take like paracetamol like every day, and then when they get given paracetamols, it doesn't really work for them. But they give you painkillers and everything, like antibiotics and stuff like that while you're there. So we was just feeling like numb. It was just feeling like really heavy and bloated when you first come out of surgery. This is a little out there, but was you uncomfortable using the bathroom after your BBL? So this is so funny because it feels like such a long time ago since I had my BBL, but I remember coming out of surgery inside the hospital room, and I remember needing to go wee-wee, and I kept pissing everywhere. I don't know why, my piss was so strong and it just wouldn't go directly in the hole. It kept leaking all over my freaking sides of my leg, which was horrible. So poor guy had to like hose me down and clean up after me and stuff like that. I feel so bad for him. I would definitely recommend to buy a Shiwi when you first come out of surgery, which is basically like a little funnel, and it's designed for people that go to like festivals and stuff like that, so you can basically wee standing up as a girl. So I'll definitely recommend to get that. I actually forgot mine in the freaking villa, which I don't know why, so that whole night of staying in the hospital was horrible. Also, I remember me and my sister was so constipated because you are on pain medication and antibiotics, and they tend to kind of like clog up your bum situation where you need to take a fucking shit, but you can't because it's like fucking hard rock poo. I remember like trying to sit on the toilet and like squeeze, and it just wouldn't come out. Like, it will come out a little bit, but like, and then fucking slot back in again. It was so annoying. I remember what really helped me was to just pretend that this chair is like the toilet, the back of the toilet. I would hold back like this and poo standing up, which was terrible. Sometimes it will go on the seat and I have to like knock it into the fucking toilet bowl. But honestly, when you do your poo, you feel so much lighter after. It's like the best feeling ever. Yeah, guys, a bit TMI, but you know, girls got shit up in here. Chinny MUA asked, do you think it's worth getting it done? Did it hurt a lot, and would you recommend people going for it? Surgery is something that I can never say you should get it done. Do you know what I mean? If that's something that you've always wanted to get done, then I think it's very important that you do your research and also find out people's experience and stuff like that. For me personally, I can only tell you my experience, and I honestly would do it again in a heartbeat. The way it's made me feel wearing on clothing that I would have never been able to wear before, it's just insane, guys. It's like the most amazing feeling, like, oh, I never used to be able to fit into this before, or I've been wearing this before and never felt that comfortable, and then now when you wear it on, you're like, yes! And for me, it's more about like just putting on like a jeans and t-shirt and feeling like really nice in those pair of jeans. And then also when you wear like a little black dress, you're like, oh, this black dress would just look basic on me before, but now it's like, it's got some shape to it, you know? So the way that it's made me feel, that I would 100% recommend it for anyone that is thinking to do the procedure, or it's something that people think to get done for years and years and years, and they didn't know where to go, or they didn't know anyone else that had the procedure. I know some people fly to all over the world to get it done. People fly to the Dominican or fly to Colombia and stuff like that. For me personally, I didn't want to travel that far. I knew the plane ride home would be a nightmare. So luckily my plane ride home was only 4 hours, and then also I had like seats free that's on the plane, so I could literally lay all on 3 seats by myself. So that was really, really lucky for me, and I feel like I wouldn't have got that opportunity if I flew to like the Dominican or to like Miami and stuff like that, because those flights are really, really crazy. But yeah, I would definitely recommend it for anyone out there that's feeling insecure and you've got the money for it and something you always thought about doing it, then why not, you know? It's time to live your best life, girl. Next question is from Sarah. What does Graham think about it? Is he supportive? So when I first brought this up to Graham, he was like not for it. He was like, no, why do you need to get that done for? It's expensive and blah blah, you should save your money and stuff like that. I'm actually really good with my money. I don't spend on crazy designer stuff like what other people do my age. So I feel like surgeries for me is what I want to spend my money in. I want to spend it on myself. I don't really need to wear like designer bags or designer shoes. I can wear literally a Primark, but as long as my body looks good, bitch, you know, I'm feeling myself. Feeling myself. Gran, what do you think about my procedure, and are you supportive?
I have to support whatever you do.
Yeah, so he has no say basically. If it was up to him and my mum, I would be like the plainest Jane that never wears makeup or just freaking wears a paper bag, you know what I mean? But you know, I ain't about that life. So I need to live my life for me, and he just has to come along on the ride with me, you know? He is really supportive secretly. He was there looking after me and my sister. I've always think it's so important to surround yourself with people that support you, even though they don't agree with your choices in life. They should never judge you, or they should never break up with you and think because of it. Do you know what I mean? If they do want to, then bye. So long, sucker. Okay, so this is quite an interesting question, and it's from Tori London, and she asked, such a weird question, but the only thing that stopped me from getting BBL is my anaesthetic. Are you sick after or feel sick at all, and how long does it take to wear off? Funny story actually, because for me, I'm not scared of needles or anything. You guys know I get fucking injections left, right and centre from filler and Botox and shit. When I was talking to the person at Elite, I asked him, did anyone not go through the surgery? And one person didn't go through the surgery because she was so scared of needles and so scared for the anesthesia, and she literally went all the way there, went to hospital and everything, and she just couldn't do it, so she ended up flying home. If I was there, I would have like shaking her, like, what are you doing, bitch? Just one little needle can literally, like, you can wake up like half an hour later and have a nice fat round ass, bitch. Why would you do that? Especially when you paid all the money and everything. That's just like so crazy to me. But I guess people have like different phobias and like different stuff. Like, let me tell you, when I first started to get my lips done, I had so many friends that were like, oh, I really want to get my lips done, but I'm so scared of needles and blah blah. 10 minutes of a little bit of uncomfortableness is literally, after that you feel like, ah! And so many of my friends who used to hate needles and stuff like that, now they're like love their new lips and stuff like that, and they say it's so worth it, and now they're like conquered out of their fear of needles, even though they don't like it, but it's not something that was like stopping them from living their best life, you know. But the anesthesia honestly is not that bad at all. I remember them trying to find a vein, and then after they put a cannula in there, and then you go and lie down, and then they literally take you into the lift, and they're like, okay, count back from like 10, 9, whatever, and I literally was like, probably reached like 8, and I just fell asleep. That was probably like quite a scary feeling. When you wake up, you feel so cold. I just can't tell you like how cold I felt. I felt so cold, and even when I had my nose and my eyes and stuff like done, I only had half anesthesia, so I was still like quite awake and stuff during my surgery. But even when I kind of fully woke up, I was so cold and my mouth was so dry. That's the only feeling that I remember, feeling so cold, and that probably lasts for about an hour. But while you're doing that, you kind of go in and out of sleepiness, so you're like, you're so cold, like your teeth are like chattering sweating and like your freaking hands are like shaking like this. And then they also have like a fan heater there for you as well. And then you literally like, it's so cold, so you end up just thinking, oh, let's just go sleep. And then you end up falling asleep for like 10 minutes and you wake up again feeling so cold. It probably lasts for about an hour, but probably like half an hour you fall asleep and waking up again. It's not that bad, guys. Only for an hour you feel like that, and then after you start feeling like okay. That was probably the worst bit. But honestly, don't even think about the anesthesia, okay? The anesthesia is good. You don't want to be awake during your surgery, do you, girl? So the next one is from Jeannie, and she asks, has it affected the way clothes fit you and ordering from Fashion Nova PLT? For example, did you have to change your size? This is something that I actually struggled with the most after my surgery. I don't know what I was expecting after my surgery. I thought that I would be like really small, and I don't know what I was thinking, but it's actually the opposite. I was a lot bigger than what I was before, because obviously I have hips now, I have a bum now, but I thought that I would be like a size freaking 6, like so tight, but it's actually the opposite. I've actually gone bigger. I don't know, it's a bit crazy. Like I went from like a size 8 to now fitting like a size 10 to 12. Obviously bottom wise, on top I'm still like a size 8. When I buy dresses and stuff like that, I have to make sure I buy stretchy material. There's actually a dress that I got for Windsor which is so nice, but it has no stretch at all, and it's like a zipper, so I literally can't push it down my hips or push it up my thighs because my hips are so much wider now, whereas I knew I would have definitely be able to fit that before. So that was something that I was like, that was so weird. Obviously I should have expected that because I want hips and stuff like that, but I didn't expect to like go up in size after surgery. You think that you kind of go down because you're like sucking out fat, but I don't know what I was thinking. Like obviously now that I talk about this, I'm like, you dumbass bitch, obviously you're gonna go up a size because now you want the hips and the ass, you know? It's something that I struggled with, is I didn't know what size I was. So even now when I buy clothing, my hips are like a size 10, but when I pull it up, that if it's high-waisted, it gets baggy for me. So I have to make sure now that I buy kind of like stretchy material. So I try to avoid anything that's like set in sizes. Like some stuff is like no stretch whatsoever, and you have to like know what size you are. So I've definitely learned that I have to buy stuff that is really stretchy to make sure it looks the best on my figure as well. And also something that I've noticed, that a lot of clothing that I used to wear before is not like the most flattering for my shape anymore, because now that I have bigger hips, if I wear really baggy stuff all over, I look quite big. So I have to make sure I find stuff that is like tight on the waist, or kind of like a crop top that kind of shows off my waist, so that it shows that I've got shape. Whereas if I wear something that's like baggy and loose all over, I just look really fat and chunky. I don't know. Down where my hips and bum is, it's like wider now, so sometimes I can look a bit fatter if I don't snatch in my waist. That is something that I was like, okay. I thought I'll be able to literally wear anything that I want. And even before, I used to love wearing like baggy stuff underneath. I used to wear baggy camo pants and stuff like that, which I can still definitely wear, but I feel like such a waste when I wear it, because I'm like, this doesn't show off my ass, you know? I like stuff that kind of cups underneath the bum to show you that nice, you know, all this work, you know, I need to show off their ass. Okay, so the very last question that I'm going to answer, someone asked me, am I planning to get any more surgeries? So, probably a bit too soon to say, but basically, I really want to get my boobs done, guys. So, this is something I was toying with before. If you even go back on my YouTube channel, I have a video about a Q&A saying that I was going to get a boob job and stuff like that. So, I decided to go for a BBL over a boob job, because I felt like if I got a boob job and I had like a bit of a belly, I'll just look big. A lot of stuff that's like bodycon and tight and stuff is very plunging, and I freaking hated it because I love the way it looked like from the back and from the side and stuff, but when I look in the front here, I just hate the way that I have like no cleavage whatsoever. I have to wear a bra for everything to push my boobs close together. So many times I do like my chest contouring videos, and literally here it looks like I'm like so flat, like literally there's nothing here. While I was in Turkey, I talked to Dr. Ali about possibly getting a boob job, and I had a consultation and stuff like that with him, and he said that my boob, I basically have lost volume up here. If I get boobs, I would need to do a higher profile and a rounder shape so that I'll get volume up here, because I do have boobs here. You guys see that here I've got boobs, but up here it's literally all flat. Like all this bit is really flat. That's gonna be my next procedure. I feel like my boobs will be the last piece of my puzzle and will make me feel comfortable in wearing anything, because a lot of stuff I can't wear because I don't like my boobs in this, and yeah, it's just very frustrating when you go through all this procedure and you still can't wear all the dresses that you want to wear, you know? I'm thinking to get my boobs done in August, and I think I'll go back to Elite to see Dr. Ali, because I had my consultation there, and he's such a nice doctor and I really like trusted him, you know. My sister also has filmed her BBL experience, so I'll link her channel down below, and then also she is planning a round 2. The results that she wants is a lot more dramatic. The doctor did tell her that she will probably need a round 2 to get the results that she wants, so I think me and my sister will go back there and I'll do my boobs and she'll get another round of BBL. And then also, how funny is this, my mum, who's like 50 or something, she wants also to get with the BBL as well. She's probably gonna be like the oldest person in history to ever get a BBL. But my mum also has the struggles like us, like no hips, no ass, anything like that, and she literally loved our results. Like every time we got in the shower, I was like, look mum, look, this could be you. And then we told her that we might go back in August, and she was like, can I come as well? Okay guys, oh my god, I think I talked so much and SD card was full, my battery died, so oh my god, I feel so sorry. If there's anyone out there that's still watching this, you the real MVP, okay? I got so many questions, but I feel like I answered so much of them. But if there's anything that I didn't answer, please leave any questions down below. Let me know actually if you want me to film a Q&A with my sister. I was thinking maybe we should do like a Q&A together and get her on my channel, because you guys always see her on my Snapchats. Also, follow me on all my other social media platforms. It's just xThuy on Snapchat, Twitter, Instagram and Facebook. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys! This fucking camera keeps dying! I'm literally freaking gonna go nuts because my camera keeps dying. Okay, and we're back. Thuy. People are asking the same type of questions. Oh dear lord, it's fucking hot in here! And I have to film some more Instagram videos. Guys, it is a Sunday. Why am I working my ass like this? Why? Okay guys, bye!